it has emerged that Narinder has actually targeted Catherine in unhinged social media rants multiple times, despite claiming she never trolled the princess. I've gathered the evidence. Some of what I'm about to share is absolutely horrible. I don't endorse Narinder's comments at all. You know that. But I think we've got to be honest here about what the Sussex squad do. Narinder's posts on X, including describing Catherine as KKK Kate, somehow trying to link her to the Ku Klux Klan. She speaks about a so-called affair. But breaking right now, there is growing fury that the Good Morning Britain panellist and Labour activist Narinder Kaur has blamed racism and sexism for the fact that she decided to criticise the so-called ageing looks of Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Well, guess what? I'm about to expose Narinder Kaur as one of the biggest trolls of Catherine, the Princess of Wales in the world. Now, if you haven't caught up on this story, Narinder sparked international outrage by writing on X, genuine question, why has Kate aged so much? Isn't she only 42? Is she a smoker? It's the only explanation. And after she was criticised, Narinder, enabled by the mainstream media, has been trying to play the victim.
All right, let Narinder answer. You blamed the response on racism, Narinder.
Well, I blamed it on racism and misogyny and sexual humiliation.
But I wasn't going to have any of that. Over the past 48 hours, with much of your help, as I say, I have discovered, and it's very unpleasant, that Narinder is indeed a massive troll of Catherine, and that this is something that she has been pursuing for many years. Unfortunately, Narinder hasn't been honest about the fact that she is one of the most prominent members of the so-called Sussex squad, which I describe as the biggest gang of internet trolls in the history of the online media. But when Narinder was on Outspoken, she denied any of that. Watch.
Kensington Palace put out a lot of misinformation. I am not the only. You guys, everybody in Britain was demonising Catherine.
No, I wasn't.
Where's Catherine? Where they
No. I was doing completely the opposite, actually. Go back and look at what I said at the time. I was saying she's really ill and all of these fools need to lay off her.
Well, so did I, actually. So I said, actually, we don't stop going on about editing the pictures. You found certain tweets, but you haven't. This is the thing. You go by your narrative. There are lots of tweets out there where I've admired Kate. I haven't been a fan of William and Kate, and I am
you're a troll
fan
of them.
Harry and Meghan.
You're a troll of them. And that's why you decided to raise her looks after 6 months of chemo. By the way, Narinder, you've got absolutely no evidence that Catherine is a smoker. How dare you suggest that? Because it's almost as if you're trying to say it's her fault that she's got cancer. And you're even trying to say she doesn't have cancer. I mean, this is so wrong, Narinder. How can you see this is not so morally wrong?
Yes, the Sly News, as you said, Sky News, I did read that and think it's pre-cancerous. There's so much misinformation. I'm not trolling Catherine. When I put that tweet out, trust me, it wasn't the best tweet, but I was thinking of smoking. I'd always gone about smoking to all my friends and family. I said to customers in the shop, don't buy cigarettes, they're not good for you. They're a waste of money. They can give you cancer.
You have no idea that Catherine smoked.
There's pictures of Catherine. She used to smoke.
In 2007. No, Narinder. In 2007, there is a picture of Catherine with a packet of cigarettes in her bag. You have no evidence that she has ever touched a cigarette.
No, there is evidence out there. And Dan actually was closed the magazine in France, and there was shut down that she was smoking on holiday. So that was where, and also there's a question mark. So when people, the whole world has come at me, right, put my hands up. I'll take criticism, but I will not take racism, sexism, misogyny, and sexual humiliation.
Now, you saw there on multiple occasions, Narinder denied trolling Catherine. But since that interview, thanks to the help of a lot of you, it has emerged that Narinder has actually targeted Catherine in unhinged social media rants multiple times, despite claiming she never trolled the princess. I've gathered the evidence. Some of what I'm about to share is absolutely horrible. I don't endorse Narinder's comments at all. You know that. But I think we've got to be honest here about what the Sussex Squad do. Narinder's posts on X, including describing Catherine as KKK Kate, somehow trying to link her to the Ku Klux Klan. She speaks about a so-called affair. She says, what has Kate contributed? She's white, rich, and privileged. She also, earlier this year, brought into the narrative that Catherine was in some way attempting to disappear, even though she was actually battling cancer. She also suggested that the pictures and the videos posted by Catherine may have been totally fake. She has even attacked Catherine's mother in December 2022, saying of Carol Middleton, Kate's mother basically manufactured her daughter's whole life in becoming William's wife. She was hell-bent. She's attacked Catherine, saying that she was the opposite of Princess Diana. She has spoken about the fact that it was racial bias from Kate that meant that she was jealous of Meghan Markle. She has said she has said that Kate is stiff, dull, and unrelatable. Honestly, these go on and on and on and on and on. She suggested that Catherine and William had secretly separated. So, unfortunately, Narinder didn't tell the truth. She is a member of the Sussex Squad. She is a troll of Catherine. I don't want her to be cancelled. I don't want her to experience the sort of social media pylon that she launched against Catherine. But Nile Gardiner of the Heritage Foundation, this is a big eyes open moment, isn't it? Because we actually have these trolls who are expressing racism against Catherine because of the fact she's white, operating and not being cancelled by the mainstream media. I mean, it's not just Narinder Kaur, it's people like Dr. Scholler as well. But first, we've partnered with Gundry MD to share this information with you. Would you believe me if I told you inside your pantry right now is one of the healthiest foods on the planet? Yep, it's true. And don't worry, it's not some weird, trendy superfood. Spoiler alert, it's olive oil. You're probably used to cooking with it, but there are countless ways to use olive oil to help yourself look and feel younger. For example, olive oil is a natural way to help you achieve a more youthful appearance. Besides helping you look younger on the outside, it's a fantastic tool for your insides as well. According to Dr. Stephen Gundry, a famous cardiothoracic surgeon, nutrition expert, and health advocate, you should get as much high-quality olive oil into your daily routine as possible, whether it's taking a shot of it daily or keeping a bottle of it in your bathroom medicine cabinet. But what kind of olive oil is best for your health? Well, any olive oil can give you some benefits, but if you're looking to get the best results, it matters a lot which one you pick. The olive oil industry is huge. You can tell by the number of olive oil brands you'll see at your grocery store, and you can bet they're not all made with the consumer in mind. And many brands may even cut corners one way or another to increase profits. When Dr. Gundry came to this realization, he was appalled. But some olive oils, are so powerful, it may only take a few tablespoons a week to see these incredible health benefits. So how can you tell between an olive oil that can be a health booster and one which isn't up to par? In an effort to answer that question, Dr. Gundry has decided to take a stand and release his personal research and findings. This video has gone viral since its release, and it's important you see it so you can start benefiting immediately. You can watch the video right now by going to getolive1.com/outspoken or by clicking in the link in the description box below. That's getolive1.com/outspoken, or just click on the link in the description box below. People who have taken his advice have shared their results with him, saying the olive oil they bought after learning his simple rules have helped change their lives. So make sure you go to getolive1.com/outspoken or click on the link in the description box below this video.
Yeah, I mean, these attacks on the Princess of Wales are absolutely disgusting, just full of hate, and the nastiness of the Sussex squad with their vitriolic attacks is just I mean, it's horrendous, Dan. And you know, I just found all of these tweets that you showed just now, from someone who claims to be some objective, or victim or whatever. She's actually spewing out a great deal of hate-filled attacks on the Princess of Wales. I mean, it's deeply nasty and unpleasant stuff, Dan. I don't understand frankly, where all this hate comes from. And the Princess of Wales does, such an outstanding, job, I think, representing the British people. She is somebody who lives her life for her country. She is recovering from cancer, and yet she's subject to this vile abuse from all these trolls who are attacking her. And this is one of the most vicious hate campaigns that I've ever seen, frankly, in many decades. And it's coming from, frankly, a lot of the self-styled, Sussex squad. And clearly they're very jealous of the great success of the Princess of Wales, what she represents. She's so hugely popular among the British people. She's very popular, of course, among the American people as well. And so this is really one of the nastiest, most vicious campaigns that I've ever seen, Dan.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
And what's so terrible, Niall?
Thank you, Dan, for shining a spotlight on what's going on here, because it is horrific. It should be condemned, frankly.
Well, because what's so horrific, Niall, is that it seeped into the American mainstream media, though. We had left-wing chat show hosts like Stephen Colbert who were repeating this rhetoric, even though Catherine was literally secretly suffering from cancer. And the problem is they took their lead from folk like Narinder.
Yeah, these trolls, they have no heart of compassion at all. They're callous. They really are spreading hate, disinformation, lies, of course, about Princess of Wales and the Prince of Wales, and they have no sense of morality whatsoever, and they're just spreading outright disinformation, frankly. And unfortunately, I think the vast majority of British people, American people as well, see through these lies, and they've had enough of all of this hate being spread. And I think that the British people, American people, are rallying around actually the Princess of Wales, and she's hugely popular on both sides of the Atlantic. And her trolls, of course, are just full of jealousy, envy, and outright hatred, and a complete lack of any sense of
and it's just not even based on truth. I mean, and by the way, these two posts, Niall, are from April, and remember at that point, Catherine had just discovered her diagnosis. Narinder said, Kate has done very little and made minimal impact in anything she does. She's utterly boring and brings nothing to the table, a huge disappointment. And then 4 days earlier, Narinder said, why does Kate have no friends? And why does Meghan have friends that come and go? Genuine question. Now, how ludicrous to suggest that Catherine has made minimal impact. I mean, the impact that she's made, for example, in areas like early childhood is great, and this is her life's work. And also, Catherine has lots of friends. The difference with Meghan Markle is she doesn't use her friends, Niall, for publicity. Yeah. She doesn't just have famous friends. She doesn't parade them about. She has genuine long-term friends who want to stay out of the spotlight.
Exactly, Dan. Very well said. And the Princess of Wales focuses upon her family. She
Mm-hmm.
focuses upon her role as
Mm-hmm.
part of the royal family. She is a superb mother to her children, and she is somebody who lives her life for the British people, because that's the role of the Princess of Wales. This is something, of course, that Meghan Markle cannot understand. A sense of service, living one's life for a higher cause. Meghan Markle cares about herself, frankly, a hugely narcissistic individual. And the contrast with the very humble
Mm-hmm.
Princess of Wales is absolutely massive, Dan. There's a huge difference between the two, and it's not surprising that Meghan Markle's supporters are in they're relatively small numbers, I have to say, but they are, relentlessly attacking the Princess of Wales, precisely because the Princess of Wales has a heart of service and she lives her life for the sake of the monarchy and for the sake of the British people. That's a very noble thing. That's something, of course, that Meghan Markle cannot ever understand.
Indeed, indeed. Couldn't put it better myself. What a perfect note to end on. Nile Gardiner, you know I always love having you on Outspoken. Keep up the brilliant work at the Heritage Foundation. That is Nile Gardiner, who is, of course, a former advisor to Margaret Thatcher. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.